Hello everybody, my name is Oksana, this is Amilingo.com. Today we are going to talk about freedom. We are going to communicate and have an interesting discussion, and now while the students are gathering to today's class, we are trying to make a little pause.
Hello, Oksana.
Hello Michael, how are you?
Okay. What about you?
Thank you, I'm great. Today we are going to talk about freedom. Do you think that it is an interesting topic to discuss? Is freedom an urgent and important issue nowadays?
Yeah, I think it's important. So, but it's a uh, say, it's like a philosophical question because we have a lot of points from which we can see this
Discuss this matter.
subject. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I agree with you completely. But the sound is doubled a little bit, so try to change something. Here is the definition of freedom.
I
We are
think
going
now
to
it's okay.
start with it. Here it is. No, sound is not doubled now. Yes, it is still doubled.
So,
I hope it is going to be better now. Yes, it is much better. Definition of the word freedom. So what is it? So from the dictionary we can find the definition that freedom is. Click on the link and open the site, please. As you can see, we've got different variants to choose. The first is the freedom of choice, right? The ability to make their own choices. So we are able to choose something. We can choose either one thing or two of them or three or one or another. Freedom of speech and freedom of thought. Freedom of speech. So what is freedom of speech, Michael? Do you remember? Do you understand?
yeah.
Freedom of speech.
What is freedom of speech?
Yes, what is freedom of speech? How do you understand it?
It's when people can
Speak their minds.
it's not about talking, but maybe talking in a public place and show the opinion.
Yes, you're right. Thank you.
We are
Yes, I agree. Mary, hello, how are you? How was your day?
Okay, thank you. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Today we are going to talk about freedom. So what comes to your mind first when you remember this notion? What do you think about freedom? Is it important for you?
I think freedom is important for people.
So what is freedom for you? Is it
I don't
freedom
know.
of choice, freedom of speech, or freedom of thought, freedom of information, or something else?
For me, my first association is from because I read book about run for freedom.
Run for freedom.
Yes, and I don't know why it's my first association, and it's maybe sometimes philosophical.
Great. So what was this book about? Was it interesting for you to read it?
Yes, but it's complicated to explain. It's about how people usually perceive freedom.
Perceive or accept?
Percept. Perception.
Percept. Okay, perceive.
Perceived freedom.
Mhm. So, and what are the attitudes to freedom? Are there any different attitudes described in the book? How do people perceive this notion?
I don't know. I don't know. I freedom or not.
Are you free? Do you think that you are free or not?
I don't know, because I have mind, my souls, and it's like cell.
Self? Mhm.
Yes, and I think nobody freedom in this world.
Nobody is free in this world?
Yes,
Really?
nobody is.
Do we
No.
live in the matrix?
What?
Do we live in the matrix?
No. I'm not about metrics. I about about mind.
Yes, sure.
And people all the time.
Refer to their minds, to the way they are thinking, to the way they perceive the world, right?
Yes, and
And this is a kind of their cage.
yes, and people all the time can do what they really want because they have some
Blocks.
society,
Yes.
blocks, предубеждения,
Prejudices.
prejudices. Yes, so people never free.
So it is very pessimistic. Maybe to some extent I agree with you. What do you think, Michael? Do you think that all of us are not free? We are restricted in our freedom. Do you agree with Mary? Do you think that our freedom is limited?
Of course, it depends on the point of view. You can see, and from the one point of view, you can see yourself like a free person, but from the another, and maybe when somebody else will see on you, they think something else. Yeah.
I understand. Do you think it is possible to be absolutely free? Or it is impossible, Michael?
Absolutely free. So hard to say. Maybe no.
Mary, do you agree? What's your
Yes,
point of view?
it's not possible because you need money, you need something, you need I don't know, some relationship. You all time need something, and you all time depend for these things. So you
I see your point. So, is it possible to have financial freedom, and how can we reach it? Mary?
I don't know. It's possible or not.
Michael, what do you think?
Maybe if you have a lot of money.
You depends on this money. It sometimes
It can be part of freedom.
So, if you have lots of money, you can be free?
No.
No?
As I say before, you you will not see on this aspect. I mean, money,
Yes.
and maybe it's a kind of freedom. Yeah.
Financial freedom.
I absolutely disagree with Michael because
What's your point?
when person has a lot of money, the person all the time think about it money, how to do it safe, how to save
them, yes.
money.
Make them safe, yes.
Yes, maybe to make benefit and something like that, and person all time think about this money.
Tries to reinvest and make investments and then take some profit and this circle.
And how not lose, how don't lose money.
How not to lose them.
Not to lose, yes. So it's not freedom, I think.
It is really sometimes very difficult. Yes, and about relationships. Is it possible to be free in the relationships, Mary?
No.
Having a family or having a boyfriend, girlfriend, and still being free. Lots of people are talking about free love, and so what do you think about it? Do you think it is possible?
No, relationship, it's responsibility. It's not freedom in first.
Mhm. It's
So,
not freedom. When you have your part, your second half, so it is impossible to be free, right?
no, it's not. It is not possible. But if you don't have relationship
Mhm.
and you all time think about it and you want some relationship, it's also not freedom, not free, not freedom.
It's not freedom as well.
And it's some how to say circle,
Circle, yes.
замкнутый.
Mhm.
How to say?
Connected.
Connected circle.
Mhm. Something like that. Michael, what's your point? What do you think about it? Is it possible to be free having a relationships or not? Do we always keep a person near, or is it possible for a person to be free, communicating with someone else and having relationships or not? How to keep this freedom?
Mm, it depends on situation. You can choose this or set these rules, and if it's kind of rules when you can do all what you want,
Mhm.
it's possible, but it's rarely happened in
It
our
doesn't
life.
happen very often. Yes, I agree. So, Mary, do you agree with Michael? What's your point?
I don't know. I think maybe it's very complicated because always people want to be owner
Honest.
owner of person,
Mhm.
and when this rule broken, it's very hard.
Mhm.
I think for a lot of people, and I think it can be true maybe sometimes, but we know the story about maybe some famous people when it was possible, but I think it's only story.
Only a story. Mhm.
Yes.
For example, imagine the situation. So people are dating, and boyfriend is telling her girlfriend that I'll never let you go. What do you think about this phrase, Mary? So, is it a good idea never to let someone go, or is it a limitation of freedom? What is it for you?
I think it's a lie.
It's a lie. Mary, do
Yeah.
you agree that it is lie?
No, I disagree. I hear it sometimes.
Mm,
And what do you think about this phrase? Do you
It's
think that
true.
it is real? Do you think that it is a limitation of freedom? Or would you would you prefer not to hear it?
I don't know because it's sometimes it's too meaning because it can be like something romantic about true love, but it can be like limited of freedom.
So what is more important, freedom or relationships? What do you think?
When we have pair of people,
Mhm.
yes,
A
and
couple,
we
yes, a couple of people.
couple of people, we all time have two type.
Types.
Yes, one it's subject and another the object.
Mhm.
And so one person owner and another person own. We all time have one dominant person and recessive. I don't know how to correct to say.
Mhm.
And
Passive one, yes.
I think one person who not dominant person all time want to free, and another person dominant person all time want to uh,
Depend on somebody.
no, dominant person want to
Choose
be
freedom.
more dominant. I don't know. Establish yourself
Mhm.
like this person, and I don't know. It's all time complicated, but we all time have this two type in relationship, and we all time can see it.
Yes, I understand. Is it possible that both people are the same?
No,
Or
it's not possible because, but it's normal situation because it's okay. All time people look for how to say not similar person,
different ones?
different, yes, and it's okay. They to complete each other,
They can complete each other, yes.
so it's okay. I think. I don't know. I don't have a dominant character. Yes,
Character. Dominating
Charac-
character. I do not have a dominating character.
character. Maybe I all time want freedom, but for me it's okay. And I understand people who want to be main, yes, in
Who want to be a leader.
yes. But for me, not be leader is okay.
I see, yes. Thank you. So, Michael, if you had to estimate your freedom 100%, so how much percent would you think you are free, a free person?
I
50%,
cannot say.
60 or more?
No, I cannot say because we need to choose some kind of mm, situation, yeah, and after that I can say. But now, in general, it's
Very difficult
impossible
to
for me.
estimate. What about you, Mary?
Yeah.
How do you think that you're really a free person? So, what is your estimation of your freedom?
I
50-50
think
or
no, I'm not freedom. I'm not free.
you're not free?
Yes.
So in order to understand ourselves better, click on the link and open the site. And here we have got a test. How free are you? Here are the situations. You'll have to choose one of them. And in the end, you'll have the result about your freedom. So let's start. What is most important to you, Mary?
Taking care of and provide for myself and my family. Doing what makes me happy. Money, it make the world go round. Spending time with people I care about.
So what do you choose? What is important for you?
I think thinking care of and proving myself and my family.
Okay. Thank you, Michael. What do you choose?
I choose the first one, but it's closed and I cannot read it.
You cannot read it?
If
Yes,
I
when
choose,
you choose,
yeah.
Okay. So the second one, Michael, have you ever quit your well-paying job to travel for several months? And the variance. So what do you choose?
Mm, okay. If I wouldn't have responsibility. Okay. Mm, to travel for several months. So.
Would you leave your job to travel
uh,
for several months? Do you imagine such a situation? You leave everything and
okay. Maybe I
go
choose
abroad for this.
first variant. I didn't have responsibilities to my family.
Okay, Mary, what do
Mm-hmm.
you choose?
first variant.
Yes, and I do it again.
Yes, I
Choose it.
had
Variant. Okay.
done it.
Have you ever done it in your
Yes,
life? Did you regret about it? Was it
No.
great? Was it interesting for you?
It was interesting job, and well, but I quit because I won't travel in that moment. In
That moment, yes. And what kind of job did you have that time? What were you
I
doing
work in the office,
in the office? Yes.
but I know when I work them I can to work I don't know how to say in future, and maybe I can have more good
Better.
yes better
Better.
job, and you know it was good job, but
Mhm.
I not regret because it
I
was
don't
good
regret.
travel. I don't regret because it was good travel.
So where did you travel? Was the travel interesting?
Yes, I traveled 1 month in Crimea.
To Crimea.
Crimea, yes.
Wonderful. That was really great. And when you came back, did you have to find another job? Did you have to look for the other one?
No.
Did
Why on you ask why or when I?
And when you returned back, was it possible for you to come back to the same job you had, or did you lose it?
I moved.
You moved, yes,
I moved. Yes.
and that's why you lost your job. Do you understand? Do
I
I
don't
understand you
know.
correctly?
I quit.
You quit. Yes, I see. So thank you. Well done. Good. So the next one. If you were asked to move across the country, what would you take with you, Mary? Everything depends on who is paying for this.
For this, I would probably sell half of my stuff. I start fresh in new
City?
city. I would never move across the country.
Yes.
You know, with stuff I would take with me.
Yes, you're right. Yes. So what would you choose to take with you, together with you? Your clothes, or the furniture, or maybe an animal you keep, or so.
Now I had one flowers, big flowers, and used to I all time take it flowers with me, and it flowers travel other city and with me, but now I don't have my. It was orchidea, very very beauty, but
Beautiful.
now yes, she died, and it's very bad. So I don't want anything more. I don't want plants.
To buy anything else.
Yes.
So I'm very sorry. Maybe one day you'll try to
I
buy
have
another one.
a lot of photos. So
Photos.
it's okay.
I see. Okay, good. So Michael, what do you choose? So what would you take together with you? Everything, nothing, or you'd never go to another part of the country?
I choose second one.
Second one, okay. Mary, do you own or rent?
Neither.
That. Neither. Okay. Michael?
But I'm not always on move, but I'm not rent and I'm not own.
Okay. Number 5, Michael? First, the second variant.
Okay, maybe rent. Or what do you mean? 5?
5, yes. The first variant or the second one?
No.
Okay, Mary, number 6.
How do
you define success?
Money, money, money. A courage to do what makes me happy by the people I surround myself with. Success in my career. Second for me.
So what do you choose?
Second.
The second, the courage to do what makes me happy.
Yes.
Michael, what about you? What do you choose?
The
third. Okay, thank you. Michael, do you feel like you listen to your inner voice, for example, heart? Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes I think there is a voice, but I'm not sure. What are you talking about? What do you choose?
Okay, do you feel like you listen to your inner voice? What are you talking about?
Okay. Mary, is it possible for you to hear your inner voice? Do you listen to your heart, what it says? Do you follow your
Yes,
heart?
like intuition.
Intuition?
For me, it's second variant.
Okay. Number 8. Do you feel attached to your possessions, Mary?
Attached to possession, not at all. I'm always
Virgin?
purging my closet. I enjoy having my stuff, but I had to give it all up. I would. Who doesn't love pretty things? Yes, have you seen my amazing closet?
Yes. So what do you choose? Is it important for you to keep all the things that you own in your house, or do you sometimes get rid of them? Do you prefer to get rid of the things that are used and very old, that you do not use them anymore? Or do you prefer to keep them all the time?
No, I don't. I don't like. No, I used to have a lot of small things, but now it's not important for me.
Yes, do you try to clean everything in your house and never keep the things that are too old and that you never use?
I give this stuff for somebody who wanted.
Good idea, thank you. Michael, what about you?
Michael, busy.
Yes, busy. Okay, thank you. Next one. Number 9, Mary.
Do you feel that things generally work out for you? Yes, things always work out. Once in a while, never. How do I make that happen? Work out. It's
Help. Yes, work out. Help for you.
help, yes?
Help.
I don't know. Things help me,
Yes. In a way.
but
For
sometimes.
example, when you go to exam, you try to wear the dress
Oh,
very that you feel you are lucky wearing this one, or
sometimes I think this way, but
they
I
have a
understand.
favorite clothes, favorite dress, or
No, but I don't know why. But sometimes I'm thinking in this way. But usually I don't. I'm more logic person.
you prefer to be logical.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And number 10.
Would you accept 10 millions if it meant you had a life
To live in the same city,
in the same city for the rest of your
life
life and couldn't take more than an annual 2-week vacation?
vacation.
I don't know. I think no, but I don't know.
So what do you choose?
No,
No. Yes. Michael, what do you think about such a situation?
About what?
Would you accept $10 million if it meant you had to live in the same city for the rest of your life and couldn't take more than an annual 2-week vacation?
I think Michael not answer for previous question.
No, okay, now I see it. Would you accept 1 million if you had a metropolitan city for the rest of your life? Couldn't take more.
So what do you choose? What do you think is the best variant here? Yes, no?
Maybe yes.
Okay, good. And now you can see the results. So the number of your freedom, the percent of your freedom. Mary, what about you? What can you read about yourself?
85.
85%. Oh, congratulations. So I think you're really
Normal.
very free. 80, right? 85.
85. Yes.
85, yes.
Oksana, what do you have?
I got 76. And Michael, what about you?
I have 50.
So,
But I think it's not a real result because if it's just a quiz, you can without any like punishment, yeah.
mhm.
But in real life, if you need to choose what to do or what not to do, I think it will be another
Situation.
result.
Another result. Okay. Mary, what do you think about
What?
the result? Do you agree? Do you like the result? Do you think that it is true?
I don't know. For me, it's always philosophical question, and I can't myself answer for this question. And I don't know about test.
Do you think that it helps? This test is going to help you to understand yourself?
I think only I can do it.
Only you can do it. Okay, I agree. Thank you. Well done. Good. And now we are going to talk about freedom some more. Here is the link for you. Just a minute. I'm copying it. It is in the chat box. So click on it. Can you open it?
Yes.
Okay, great. So let's listen.
Welcome to 6 Minute English with me, Rob.
And me, Finn. Hello.
In today's program, we're talking about freedom. It's a big subject, and it's something the BBC has been exploring in its Freedom 2014 season.
That's right. There's been a season of programs about what freedom means to different people.
Well, we're going to try and summarize what freedom really is and look at some related vocabulary. But first, a definition. Finn, what does freedom mean?
Well, according to the Oxford English Dictionary, freedom is the power or right to act, speak, or think as one wants.
Yes, it's something many people expect to have. We consider it our right. But certain people in some of the world do not get to experience the feeling of freedom.
Yes, and you mean some people are restricted and controlled in what they can and can't do.
Yes. Now, some organizations try to rank countries or give them a score based on how free its people are. It's calculated according to certain factors. And my question for you today, Finn, is according to the World Freedom Index 2013 by the Canadian Fraser Institute, the people of which country came out as number one in terms of having the most freedom? Was it A, the USA, B, Sweden, or C, New Zealand?
So, Mary, what do you think? What country do you choose?
New Zealand.
New Zealand. And Michael, what about you? What do you think? Where do we have the biggest amount of freedom?
Of people who feel freedom, yeah.
Yes. USA, Sweden, New Zealand. What do you choose?
Hard to say. Maybe New Zealand. No. Or
And
Sweden.
why do you think so?
No,
Why not USA?
Yeah, hard to say. It's because of climate.
Just because?
Yeah.
That's all? Okay. Let's listen.
I'm going to say C, New Zealand.
Okay, good guess, maybe. We'll see if you're right later on. So let's talk more about freedom, a word that means many things to many people. We sometimes hear about political freedom, where people are able to vote in elections to choose who runs their country, and where people are able to challenge what their leaders do. We often refer to this system as a democracy.
Yes, many people would say that any system of democracy should automatically include the right to free speech. Now, that's the right to say what you want about anything you want. We also hear about freedom for women when they have the same rights as men. Now, this is one form of equality. We also hear about equality for people of different color, religion, or sexual orientation. People usually don't feel free or equal if they're treated differently because of something like their race, color, gender, or disability. One example of this is the system of apartheid, which passed laws to restrict the freedom and rights of black people in South Africa.
Well, a question to you, Mary. Do you think that democracy is a real freedom? Are people free in democratic countries? Why not? Mary?
I don't know. All time democracy country or
Democratic countries.
Yes, more corruption and
Are more corrupted. Mhm.
And more, I don't know, bureaucracy.
Bureaucratical.
So I don't know. I don't think it's the very good system when people in country don't know about politic anything. So it's good politic, I think. When people live and think only about politics, it's bad politic. So it's not. It doesn't important what politic structure in country. It's important of quality.
Of quality of politics.
Yes,
Right.
of people.
Yes. Do you think that too much freedom in the country can lead to anarchy?
Do you see some jail in Norwegian? Norwegian? Norway. Yes. Do you see?
I didn't. I'll
So
have a look.
they don't have some. They have only line, and prisoner can't go under line. That's all, and it's okay. Yeah,
Is it possible? Is it really possible?
Yes, it's possible. People don't break this law, so I think it can be. It depends of consciousness of society only.
Would it be possible to try to have the same example in our country or not? Michael?
No, in our country, I think we should build a lot of
walls.
Yes, walls, and only this thing can protect us for some people who want to do something really bad, because we have another mentality.
Michael, do you think that the reason is only the mentality or anything else? Michael, do you hear me?
Yeah. Could you repeat?
Do you think that the reason is only the mentality of people or anything else?
The reason?
Of the behavior, yes. Of such a behavior is only the mentality?
What do you mean? I don't understand maybe question.
Yes, so Mary
You mean,
was telling us the story about Norway and the prisons, yes? And the people who behave very accurately and know how to act and never step over the line.
No, I know this. It's famous. It's not only in Norway. I think on the days I saw some films was in Germany. Yeah, is the same situation. The freedom looks like a hotel in Ukraine.
Better than water.
Maybe sometimes it's better than Ukrainian hotels. So it's like it's like another rules, but
I have
hard to say.
about
Maybe we need to focus on the prison because it's something for limited amount of people. I mean, interesting for limited amount of people. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let's listen to some more things about freedom.
Now, many of those laws are no longer in existence, but freedom is still an issue around the world today. The BBC Freedom 2014 season looked at examples of modern-day slavery in the Thai fishing industry. There's forced labour, where people are made to work in terrible conditions for little or no money.
There's also secrecy and surveillance when you're being watched by the government. These can also be seen as ways of controlling someone's freedom. And some say that blocking the public's access to certain information limits freedom.
Yes, the American computer expert Edward Snowden famously disclosed thousands of confidential or secret documents held by America's National Security Agency so people could see what information was being kept about them.
But possibly the most personal example of having your freedom restricted is when you're held unfairly against your will, in prison or as a hostage, which is what happened to Norman Kember, a British man who was taken hostage in Iraq in 2005.
He says the only thing that kept him free was his mind. He would picture something good in his head. So, although as a hostage his body wasn't free, he could still feel free by thinking about his garden, the flowers and the trees, and the sound of birdsong. Simple pleasures.
So at the beginning of the program, we were talking about the mind as the limitation of freedom. And here in the interview, we can hear the different things. So the man being imprisoned could feel free because of his mind. So how can you explain that, Mary?
I don't know, because he has imagination and he can imagine something, and I think yes, we have opposite, and it's okay. It can help us in different situations, our imagination. But when we have freedom, like
Yes.
actually freedom, sometimes our mind it's opposite. It's not. It's we can't relax and
So
pleasure,
depending upon
enjoy
the
it.
situation, yes, our mind can give us freedom and can limit it in the same time. Do you agree?
Yes, I agree.
So what would you prefer?
It doesn't matter what I prefer. It's all time I have what I have. Because it's life. It's complicated.
So
We can
this is
only
the question of choice, another question of choice. So do you think that you choose in your life or someone else is making a choice instead of you?
I choose, but my parents grow me, and I have some special in thing
If you say you
things.
choose, you must be a free person. If you say something else is making a choice instead of you, you are not free. You are limited, right? So in the same time, you say that you are free and you are not.
You know, some как сказать понятие?
Notions.
Yes, some notions like freedom, love, happiness. It's very complicated, and it's like evolution. We can speak about it 2000 years, and we never found answer for this question.
Yes,
Because
that's the reason we are going to do it, because we are practicing our English. Our aim is to practice, practice, and practice. Do you agree?
yes, I agree.
Okay, let's have some more listening about freedom.
Yes, and freedom really came for him when he was eventually rescued during a military operation on the 23rd of March 2006. And the first thing he did when he returned to England was walk in his garden. It must have been a great feeling.
In different situations, people around the world have fought to win their freedom in many different ways. They've held protests and marches and campaigned for a change in laws and attitudes, changing the way people think.
And when people living under a regime want to make a change for the better, sometimes they take to the streets to chant, shout, and sing. Lots of songs have been written about freedom. But if you can't sing, there's another, newer way to make your voice heard. People use social media to spread their message and hopefully get support for their cause. It's what happened in a number of uprisings in the Middle East, such as the Arab Spring.
Okay, well, let's get back to the question I asked you earlier about which country came first in the World Freedom Index 2013, according to the Canadian Fraser Institute.
I said C, New Zealand. Was I right?
Yes, well done. The answer is New Zealand. The Freedom Index was based on a number of measures such as freedom of speech, religion, economic choice, and women's rights. You can find more detail about the BBC Freedom Season on the BBC website. We'll be back.
So, what conclusion can you draw from this listening, Mary? Is freedom important or not?
Yes, I think freedom is important, but you know, all your problem inside your ears.
Head, yes.
Ears.
Yes. Ears. Yes.
Ears. So
That's why. Okay. Now the active vocabulary from the text. How do you understand the word right? Rights. Equal rights. Not equal rights. Mary?
it's some what we can do.
Something we can do according to the law, right?
Yes.
I agree. Restrictions, Michael. Do you understand this word? Do you remember we've been talking about this word earlier, before?
No, I forgot. I remember strict,
Yes,
but I forgot what does it mean.
Restricted, restrictions, to restrict. The
It's
same
what
as
national bank do it. What national bank do all time.
does all the time.
What they do?
Do you understand?
No.
What national bank do all time for people?
I don't know what they do.
When you can't withdraw money, when you can't when you have limit.
But how to say? I understand, but how to say in one word in Russian?
Ограничение, ограничивать.
Okay.
Restrict,
Mhm.
restrict.
But
Something
what is the
ограниченное.
difference between limits and restrict?
The same, they are synonyms, restricted or limited.
Mm-hmm.
Limit, we've got limit, yes, in the Russian language as well, such a word, limit.
Mm-hmm.
Democracy, Mary, what is it?
Democracy. It's when people can choose, when they have majority.
Yes, so a system of government. Yes, a kind of a system of government.
Democracy. Do you know something about democracy?
Yes. So, free speech, the freedom of speech. Michael, how do you understand this word combination? Freedom of speech. Do you think that in our country we've got a freedom of speech or not?
No, we haven't.
We haven't.
Because if you say something
Different.
like huh? What?
Something different.
Something different, yeah. You will be in the prison.
Imprisoned.
Next.
For that. Equality, Mary. How do you understand this term?
Something
Equality?
same, equal, something equal, I don't know.
Equal, yes.
Equal.
And the translation of this word, equality?
Everyone having exactly the same right and opportunity regardless of color,
Color,
regardless,
gender,
color, gender, sexual orientation, religion, and exactly.
and how do you translate it? Do you understand the translation? Do you know it?
Равенство.
Yes, exactly. Apartheid. So, what is it, Michael?
Apartheid, it's a system when the
When only some
I don't
people
know,
have
black
political
people
rights and
are
power.
are how
Oppressed.
to say maybe no which try to show that white people like better
Than
than
the others.
yeah.
I agree, thank you. Next one, forced labor. Mary, how do you understand this term? Forced labor.
Being made to
Do we
do
still have slavery in our life nowadays, in our world?
Yes, we have.
21st century, is it possible?
Yes, it's possible. We have in many countries labor. Sometimes it's children and it's women.
Women, yes.
Some Muslim country, some another country, and we have countries. Yes.
Where it is possible. Yes. Surveillance, Michael. What kind of term is it? Surveillance? Do you remember this term? Once we've had a class devoted to this. Наблюдение, surveillance. The careful watching of a person or place, often secretly and usually done by people in authority, such as police. Surveillance. You understand this term? Mary, do you think that in democratic countries surveillance is impossible or not?
I don't know. You know, we have two sides of this. Sometimes it's a problem because you have confidential life, yes, and nobody can
interfere into it.
Hear what you speak and phone or watch what you do. It's unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
But when it can
protect,
prevent some drug or something like that, I think it's good.
It's good. Michael, do you agree that surveillance has two sides?
As Mary say, these words are usually used to how to say, to оправдывать, to оправдание, to show that it's
innocent. Невиновен. Innocent.
Innocence.
Could you write? So this word helps these people show to this for something for making good things, but also used to not for real funding of bad people, but for some commercial information, for something like that, yeah, and to sell this information to.
Yes, I agree. Thank you, Michael. So there are two words, innocent and innocence. Mary, what's the difference?
Innocent is person who doesn't innocent, who
is not innocent,
doesn't do
who
something
is not
wrong.
Guilty. Well, who is
Yes.
not guilty? And innocence, what is it?
It's a noun.
A noun, yes.
A noun.
Существительное.
Yes. And first, what I type, it's adjective.
Adjective, yes. exactly.
So
You're right.
it's different.
Thank you. Well done. Regime. Mary, what is it?
It's South Korea.
Yes, a method of government that controls the country in a strict and unfair way. Yes, this is a regime. Civil rights. Mike, how do you treat this word? Civil rights. How do you translate it?
It's a system of laws which are focused on the people rights which have people
Which the
and
people have.
which
The people have.
which the people have. Yeah.
Yes. Cause. Mary, what is a cause?
It's it idea, and belief or way to think that a group of people share and try to persuade others to support.
What is to persuade?
Persuade, убедить.
Yes, exactly. You're right. And
Cause it причина.
Причина. Yes, the cause of something. Yes, exactly. Well done. Good of you. Well, Michael, what words have you remembered in today's class? Was it interesting to you? What have you learned about freedom?
But what?
What have you learned about freedom? What was new for you? What was interesting? What was not interesting?
I don't know. It's a difficult topic, so I cannot say it's something new. So maybe
Do you discuss
all
only
people
easy
can.
topics?
What?
Do you discuss only easy topics?
No, I mean it's a difficult topic because you know every person have own point of view and see on this question
From the
the
different
difficult
side.
point. Yeah,
Everyone has
from
got
the
his own opinion. Yes, exactly. Now I understand you. Thank you. Mary, what about you? Was it interesting? What have you found out for yourself from today's class?
I have one word. Surveillance.
Surveillance.
Today.
Surveillance. Okay.
Surveillance.
Have you learned it? Did
I
you
don't
know before?
I don't remember this word, but
you'll remember it.
Also I remember. And about topic, it's interesting. I think it's abstraction, not
abstract topic to discuss. Yes.
Yes, notion.
Abstract notion. Yes.
Abstract notion. So it's complicated to discuss it because
it's a little bit complicated. Yes.
Complicated. Yes.
Complicating. Yes. Yes. It is complicating to discuss. Right? Am I right, Mary?
I think yes.
Sometimes in the university we had the rule that the teacher is always right, and the second was that if the teacher is not right, look the statement A. Do you agree that this is true or not?
It's like a movie. You know, Fight Club. First rule and second rule. It's how to say? Повторять.
Repeat.
Yes, repeat first rule. It's funny.
Okay, so do you really think that it is important to feel free and comfortable in your life? Do you think that you're always comfortable with your freedom you have?
I don't know, I have freedom or not, but I think it's important to feel it, and it's like happiness, it's like love, it's like confidence. Yes, it's important for people
to have a complete and happy life. Yes, thank you. I agree with you completely. I wish you to be happy, to be loved, and to have freedom in your life. Have a nice evening and all the best to you. See you next time. Bye bye.
Thank you for listening. Bye.